Welcome, everybody! This is The Gaming Den. It's Season 2, Episode 4, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe. It is Episode 4 of Season 2.
That's the new format.
It is the new format, guys. So if you go to FOX FIRex channel and you are looking up any of the past episodes, look for Season 2 and then the episode. It'll be 1, 2, 3, and then this will be 4. So I hope you guys like the new layout of it because, hey, it's fun to have seasons. Why not? We're TV shows anyways, technically. We're web shows. So we might as well have seasons. Exactly. So, I hope everybody is ready and excited to enjoy the awesomeness of the Gaming Den. We love to bring you guys great topics, things that are going on around the news, and things you may have possibly missed on from other podcasts. So, I am Shewulf, one of your co-hosts of today's show, and I am always joined by my other co-host.
What's up, everybody? I'm Fox, aka Foxy, aka Lady Foxfire, aka no, I'm kidding. So what's up?
I was wondering how many names would be there. Maybe there's like 8 or 9.
I could have kept going, girl. But yeah, how are you? What's up, chat? What's up? I see you guys in there.
Not much. It's one of those days.
No, I mean, like, we haven't had the show in a while, so that's 2 weeks, girl. I know you've been busy streaming, but also, you know, family stuff.
We only missed last week.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, they haven't talked to us since
the
one before that.
I guess if you're counting, like, technically it's only been a week you guys have missed us, because, yeah. Anyways, the idea of it.
Either way, what's up?
Gaming, streaming, the joys. New games have come out. If you guys haven't, Fee has come out. Oh, and here's an absolute awesome thing I want to throw out there to all of you guys. For anyone who was watching me stream Once Upon a Coma yesterday, he hit his goal in less than 2 days. He has hit the goal of $28,000. That is insane.
Oh. So
much support, so much love. Huge shout out to all of you guys for all of that contributing and everything. You guys are amazing. I'm so happy that he hit that because I'm excited for that game. I have his other game, which I was graciously given a code for, and we will be streaming that next Thursday. So tune in next week for Pinstripes. Should be interesting.
You have a good schedule looking for next week.
I do. I have quite the, I have Fee on Monday. We will be playing the new Fee game that released today. Tuesday, I have no idea what I'm playing Tuesday.
It's all good.
My awesome lineup turned into, I have no idea what I'm playing.
My awesome lineup turned into, wait, what am I doing?
Exactly. Oh my god, exactly. Oh, that's too funny. What about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, girl, you know, gaming, streaming, guest starring on podcasts.
Gears of War.
Oh, yes, of course, Gears of War. Yeah, there's a lot of Gears of War videos on my channel lately, and that will not stop, because there's another big special unboxing coming up this weekend, so hopefully you guys check that out.
What? Of what?
Gears of War 4 Collector's Edition.
Oh crap! You got the collector's edition with like JD and the bike and. That is one.
It was one hell of a Foxy deal that literally ended like an hour after I posted it.
That's
it got sold out.
Damn! Why? I wonder why. That thing is like hot. Like JD on a motorcycle.
How much it was?
Whew, no. How much?
Okay. Originally, it's like 180. Maybe it goes down to 130.
Yeah.
One time I saw it for 100 on Amazon for like a Black Friday or a Christmas special. I got it for 50.
What? That is insane. Does it still come with the game? So does that mean you'll be like doing a game giveaway too?
You're gonna have to watch it, the unboxing, and see.
You hear that? There you go. You want to know if there's possibly a game giveaway? Check out Fox's video when she does it this weekend.
Yeah, check it out.
There's a way to get people to go watch. Make them think that there could be a giveaway.
Oh my!
Giveaways always get people's attention. It does. It's funny.
Jesus.
I'm hilarious.
That's an awesome looking chat. It's an awesome looking chat we got here.
They're moving. It's all green. Loving the green. Scrotum.
Aw.
I'm gonna have to like make you a here.
Scrobo.
We're gonna make Scrotum a mod just for.
He was my mod first. I called it. But he could be a mod here too.
Now
That's
there's
fine.
another blue. I can't make everybody mods. I'll have like a huge lineup of mods. It'd be hilarious. How you doing, everybody in the chat? And of course, for anybody who watches on YouTube later, how you doing? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys leave your comments in the section below after the recording. Alright, so let's jump into the first topic of the day, which I want to just actually start off with this topic because of the fact that it's such an interesting way, like, we're talking about Star Wars and how Disney might take away Star Wars license away from EA. Now, can you believe that? Like,
yeah, I am completely aware of it. I am not surprised if this actually comes to be because it's highly rumored, right? There's like multiple sources talking about it. And I'm not surprised because of how bad EA has done with the Star Wars name.
yeah.
So,
Well, I'm a little
I
shocked.
definitely can see them looking for someone else to promote their games better. I don't know if you know, but like they did a contract with EA like 5 years ago, like in 2013, and at the time they thought since EA has different developers under them, they could definitely promote them properly and have multiple games coming out at once. And at the time they signed a game for DICE, which is the one that we all know. They did the other one with Respawn, which we're still waiting for, and I'm hearing 2020 basically is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
For that game, which is going to be a third-person action-adventure shooter type of thing. And then the other one was Visceral, which was supposed to be the Uncharted like story-based, story-driven game, but it got canceled, and they shut the studio down. So this whole time, these last like 5 years, they've only produced 2 games, and they're both shooters, and they're both by DICE, and they both got bad reviews. So that's not good.
No, I guess it's not. And for a big title like Star Wars, you want it to do good because you know you have that fan base that is thriving for Star Wars, for more Star Wars.
Hungry.
So to turn around and constantly bring out games that are only subpar, it's not good. It's not good when you know, especially, like, I guess my biggest thing would be sitting there having a license like Star Wars. You're thinking, all right, this game needs to be epic. The movies were epic. So the games, because games actually put the Star Wars fans into the reality of actually getting to be part of Star Wars. If that makes any sense to anybody. You're literally, like, because when you watch a movie, yes, you get to watch it, you get to immerse in it, yes. But when you play the video games, you're actually part of it. You're a character in this game, and you can actually feel more part of a game than just watching a movie. And when it's not executed properly, that doesn't come across right. And, you know, being a Star Wars owner or whatever, and you're watching, like, you're looking at these and you're playing these, and then you're like, well, no, why wasn't this done? Well, no, this isn't right either. And, well, no, this should have been done better. Like, you're going to critique it. And then you're going to say, well, was this actually the right choice? And EA not delivering, like, there was a lot of people who I think backed out of buying Battlefront 2 because of the fact of how bad the first one ended up being. Like, not having the full campaign, not having, you know, what people expected, I think kind of drove it to Battlefront 2 not fully having everything that, you know, the backing it should have had. And yes, it did get an 8 out of 10 by a lot of people, but at the same time, I don't think it's as high as it should have been. Because the game, there was still things with the game that people are like, eh.
Yeah, there's still a lot of questionable things.
Yeah.
Yes.
And truthfully, as much, like, I like the campaign, but I think they focus a little too much on the actress and like how she's a big name instead of actually focusing on the story of what she was trying to create, if that makes sense. And like I was playing through it, and of course you're playing as like the bad side, you're on the dark side finally, and you're like, oh yes, and then you're playing and you're like, oh my god, this is so wrong, it always happens, can we stop with the cliches?
Wait,
they
spoiler
always
alert
go
to
good.
anybody that hasn't played the campaign,
Oh
but go ahead.
please, I'm sure everybody has watched. If you haven't played it, chances are you watched it.
Yeah, true
like...
Star Wars fans already know, but yeah, that's fine.
But it's the fact of like, you do exactly what you expect. There wasn't much of a surprise, and I was like, well, I was a little upset. But so in May 2013, Disney licensed the rights to Star Wars video game to EA. The company immediately assigned projects based on the franchise of some of the top studios. However, rumors are cycling that Disney is not happy with how EA has handled the Star Wars license, and that may the license of the brand to some other companies, and actually see if the competitors like Activision and Ubisoft could handle the license better. Please don't give it to Activision. Please, 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 please.
You heard about that? Activision and Ubisoft is kind of like, oh no. I mean, okay, because we know they have the money to do it, but I don't know about this.
Ubisoft.
Who would you prefer?
Ubisoft breaks every game that they release, so please do not give Oh my god, there's only one developer that I actually like, and it's Bethesda.
I already know. I knew it.
Give it to Bethesda. Come on. Look how amazing Doom was, friggin' Dragon Age. Like, they have such amazing games. Just give it to freaking Bethesda. Come on. You know they can handle it.
I got you. I see where you're coming from, and to be fair, like, other people have said Bethesda and the Witcher devs. Oh, what was that? The Witcher devs again?
Isn't that DICE or something?
No.
Oh
Witcher
no.
devs. Tim. Shout out to Tim. Come on, you know. Yeah, CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
There you go. Them. People want them to do a Star Wars game, which would be dope. I know right now
Yeah.
they're doing something else, and they kind of take long doing their own thing, which is understandable. But who knows? Maybe in the future when they get bigger.
Oh my god.
People, they can do a Star Wars game really well.
No, they need to just give Star Wars to friggin' 343. Let's do it. Give it to 343. Give it to the Halo guys. They already know how to do the futuristic crap.
But they're doing Halo though. They're trying to fix Halo's campaign right now.
Let them do something else. They don't need to focus
only
on
if they
Halo.
want to. Obviously, I don't know. And the fact that they're looking at Activision and Ubisoft, it just looks like they're looking for deep pockets, which is not good. It doesn't look good for me in Disney's eyes. But I want to address something that Tim mentioned earlier about how people jumping on the bandwagon for the hate on Battlefield 2 like really affected the game, and that's partially true. But the other part is the fact that it's EA, right? So they already have a negative, look, and people don't trust them regardless right now. Even if we enjoy some of their games, we don't trust them with certain franchises, and they close studios down so easily. I think I said a couple months ago they had closed, was it 28 studios or something this gen? I forgot what it was. But either way, it's like really bad to feel like
I would still take EA. I would still take EA over Activision. I'm sorry, but I don't like Activision.
They're both bad in my opinion.
They are.
Both,
but I would
corporate money
still
hungry,
take EA
and they don't care
over
about the franchise. But like for a Star Wars fan, you would think that they're gonna treat your favorite thing, your favorite movie, your favorite franchise properly. They would show off the lore properly, and it doesn't look like they're doing that because all they do is multiplayer stuff. The other thing that I wanted to mention that kind of like messed up Battlefield 2 was the fact that Battlefield 1 was so lackluster. It was just a multiplayer with nothing else, and then the season pass sucked. So that was another reason why people didn't jump on that. And
I
then
could not play
obviously,
that. The first one I could not get into at all. I was like,
yeah, it was just multiplayer. It was just a casual multiplayer experience. I jumped on it like every once in a while. I played for like what 4 or 5 matches, and then I was done. And I was like, okay, on to the next game. I used to do that back and forth. With this one, it seemed like they were listening because of they added the story, but then the whole controversy with the loot crates and the boxes and the microtransaction, that whole
yeah.
thing happened. And yeah, like you mentioned, everybody jumped on that hate bandwagon. But it's true, like people don't want to rely on seeing their franchise fall because of all the crap that EA is doing to this game. I don't think DICE necessarily did that. They just developed the game that they were told to develop. But EA was like, okay, you have to put this and you have to put that. And right now, they deserve to lose the license because they're not treating the franchise properly. I also mentioned when I was on Xbox Nation that a lot of the Star Wars fans that I'm listening to and reading about on YouTube or in articles, they want to see more story-based stuff, not just like a little campaign like Battlefront 2. They want a big campaign like KOTOR, like what 1313 was supposed to be, like Visceral was working on, and then they got canceled. People really want to see the story, the world, the galaxy, all that
Well,
stuff.
do you blame them? There's like how many movies out of Star Wars? Like, you telling me you can't come up with something, people? Like, really? 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 But, see, like, hey, so Timothy says apparently Activision used to own Doom, Wolfenstein, and Quake licenses. And guess what? Who got them all? And who made them amazing? Bethesda. Bethesda. I back you 100% for every game. I love Bethesda's work. Like, they give you the games that you want. They give you the games when they're supposed to be released. They give you amazing products, and they do not disappoint. And again, like, Disney fans, Star Wars fans, they were all really angry about how it was all handled and how it was all executed and everything else like that. People were excited for this, hoping that it was going to fix the issue with the first one, and then it didn't deliver what they wanted, and then it became to the point where you don't really hear people talking about it anymore. Like, that's the thing. You don't hear people talking about it much anymore. Like, Star Wars kind of, like, fell down pretty quick. And it's because of it didn't execute its delivery very well. And it's depressing. It is depressing. But at the same time, you get what you give. So, it sucks for them, but just give it to the... What?
Yeah, I agree. Give it to a different developer, but okay. Star Wars fans are so passionate about that franchise. They even went to change.org for a petition to remove the EA Star Wars license from them. And it has over 1,860 like signatures on it. Obviously, that was a couple of days ago when I saw that. So
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it has way more than that now. But people want someone else to do their favorite game franchise or their favorite movie franchise properly. And another thing that other people are talking about, and I agree with, maybe don't give it only to one other dev or publisher. Give it to multiple people. Give one to Bethesda, right? Give one to Ubisoft. Give one to another dev, right? Just so you can have different styles or, different point of views, and you won't have to rely on, let's just say, Activision to do all the next Star Wars games, which might be another flop. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, like how Call of Duty is. Call of Duty has 3 different developers, like 3 different development teams. And they each produce 3 different completely different games. And I honestly, even though some of their games aren't the greatest, they're still a different take on Call of Duty each time. And I think no matter what, like, each team still does a great job in their own idea of what they're trying to do. Even if it's not one of my favorite CODs, it's still the idea of, trying something different. So
yeah. I mean, it is different takes on their part, especially if they do something different. Like they do World War II. They do it differently than Treyarch did World War II back on Call of Duty 3, right? So they approach it differently. They play it off differently. They add different elements and features, but overall, it's still a shooter. Like at the end of the day, Call of Duty's still Call of Duty, though.
Yeah.
So it's not this. It's not the same, and I don't want that for Star Wars. Right now, what it looks like, Star Wars is just a shooter. That's what it looks like because it's just DICE did part 1 and part 2. That's it. There hasn't been anybody else doing anything, and I want to see a third-person action adventure. I wanted to see that was an Uncharted-like game that Visceral was working on with. I believe Amy Hennig was working on that as well, which that's top-notch. But yet, we're not gonna get that now.
Yep. I think it's funny
it just sucks overall.
I think it's funny what JJ says. He says Bethesda's story games, Ubisoft open world games, and Blizzard MMOs. Ubisoft has broken every open world game that they've made. So I'm sorry, I don't trust Ubisoft to make any game because they like.
SAS is really good.
Yeah, it was still broken though when it first released.
I didn't hear anything about that. I heard that everybody loved it and it was great.
Well, there was glitching, I guess in the aspect of like
you could
the minor things.
I mean, it sucks to say, but that's in every game nowadays, which sucks.
Well, no, that's true. That is true. That's why I was rethinking about how I said that because that's true. It is kind of all games. Your faces disappear, you fall into the world.
Another thing that Ubisoft does, though, they keep their games alive. And even though we weren't happy with it, and obviously we haven't played it in a long time, The Division is being talked about again. People are saying that it's fixed, it's better. That's nice.
Ooh, maybe I'll play that on Tuesday.
Another one would be Rainbow Six. See, that's still kicking.
Oh, that's true. I like Rainbow Six.
That, like, it was a sleeper when it came out, and then it just became a hit. And, I mean, yeah, they have, like, freaking 16 different versions of it, gold edition and this edition and the year edition and season 1 edition, whatever, but it's still like it still has, you know, word of mouth, it still has the popularity, it still has the multiplayer, it still has that life in it.
So okay, all right, I'll give credit to Ubisoft for those. I guess
so we are in agreement that Disney
Ubisoft
should take away the rights.
Yeah, no, that's definitely EA should be just put in the corner and been like, sorry, no more for you.
You need to think about what you did wrong, sir.
Take a moment and think about what you did. Sit in the corner for a good couple years, and then maybe we'll give it back. Yeah, EA just needs to. Serious question. What was the last great thing EA did?
Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Most of the Battlefield games for me.
The Battlefield, I actually enjoyed Battlefield 1. So, you know, they did a great job on that, but why couldn't they execute that into Star Wars? Truthfully, I think the Star Wars name is just too big and has too big of a fan base that there's the chance, like, and I guess I'm going to like kind of turn this around for EA for a moment here. It kind of comes down to it may not depend who has it. No matter what, there could be fans that just aren't happy with whoever makes it because it will never be perfectly made the way that they want it to be made, like the movies. It's just, you know. And
I mean, that's also understandable. Yeah, there's always going to be somebody complaining. But when you have this many people, it's not good. Compared to the other games, like KOTOR, beloved. What's it called? The Republic one that they have on PC right now, MMO. See, that's still being played. That's still beloved.
Well, I know who did the 360 Star Wars games.
I think they did them themselves actually. The only one that I don't think they did was the one on the OG Xbox, and that was BioWare. But other than that, I think they did them. LucasArts or Lucasfilms.
Maybe they should just create their own freaking game then.
No, they stopped doing that. That's why they're licensing them out to
maybe they should have come back.
Maybe, if they really want control. It's just the thing about, it's the thing especially about Disney. They don't care for the game market. Yeah. That's why they outsource it, and they're like, oh, you this is what we want you to do, now you go do that, you know? Because before they had to put more focus on it, and they didn't know what was in at the time, right? So let's just say next year they do like a first-person shooter or an MMO or like a freaking MOBA, and yet everybody's playing Battle Royale. See, they're not in on. It sounds kind of weird to say. They're not in on the trend, the gaming trends. So yeah.
No, it's true. Which is fine. I do agree. Ubisoft or Bethesda could probably just do much better on it. Heck, I'll even give it to Activision. Even Activision could probably do a better job because they do still have the teams that do amazing stories. So
we shall see.
We shall see what they do, guys. We don't know.
Put Activision at the end of the list, though.
Yeah, but just take EA right out of there. Just
yeah.
Go put them in the corner where they deserve to be and be done with it.
Yep.
Right?
They tarnish the name.
Right. Yep. We all agree? If you have your thoughts in the comments, make sure after the video on Fox's YouTube channel, you guys leave comments below. Who do you guys think Disney should give the licensing of Star Wars to? Let us know, and we'll read some of them out next week if you guys actually comment. All right, so next up we have is one that Fox doesn't really want to talk about, but I want to throw this out because I think they have just completely, utterly made this the best in the world now. I haven't played it yet, which is kind of surprising. Well, I've had so many freaking games I have to play. But, so an update turns The Evil Within 2 into a first-person horror shooter game. Oh my god! Then I'm so happy. First person should always be how horror games are because it gives you that thrill because you can't see what's coming behind you. And you feel more, like, actually engaged, like you're the person going through the screen. And this would be epic for VR, which, here's a little spoiler, I may be getting a VR. But anyways, so yeah, so the whole idea of them actually taking this game and putting it into first person is going to be epic. Epic. And of course, guess what? Update from Bethesda. And Tango Gameworks, Evil Within 2 gives players the option to play the survival horror game from first-person perspective. Oh my god, I'm so happy about this update. The update is available as of February 14th for PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One versions of the game. In an announcement, Bethesda said players can switch from third-person the game's default camera perspective to first person at any point in the game simply by flipping the switch in the menu. So it's simple, it's easy, you don't have to play it that way if you don't like playing games that way, but if you do, if you loved how the new Resident Evil 7 came out, then you're going to love this game in first person because it has that same sense of feel. So I am super excited. I know you're not huge on this, Fox, but
I still think it's a good idea, even if I ain't touching that game. I still think it's awesome, and I agree with Scrotum in the chat where he said they're taking notes from Resident Evil 7, and also like what you said, and I think it's smart for them to do that because Resident Evil, like, for them doing the first-person view, it brought life back to the game. It made it that much scarier. It made it that much, like you say, immersed. It's way creepier that way, and it's smart for them to do this, and it's going to bring people back who weren't really that all interested in it or who missed it when it came out. This is definitely going to intrigue some people, especially if they like Outlast or Resident Evil. So I think it's really smart for them to do that. I think that if you like getting scared, if you like horror games, this is the first person view is the way to play this game.
Yeah, it is. So they went on to saying that a lot of players like playing horror games in first person. So for those who want to see some of the game's situations through Sebastian's eyes, it's really a neat experience. But see, that's the funny part. Even though you're playing as the character Sebastian, when you're playing as first person, you actually feel more like it's, I guess, like more of a sense of like it's you and not actually playing as Sebastian. Because when you're playing in third person, you see the character, You see how they're reacting to the scenes that are coming around, and sometimes that can pull you out of the whole horror aspect of the game, because they don't react as, you know, how would most people would actually react to seeing something as gruesome as what is thrown into your camera. They don't, because like your character, you know, he'll jump or whatever, or he'll do like a simple you know, whatever. He doesn't actually get like the jump scares of it, if that makes sense. So if you don't see your character jump scare, do you really think you're going to? No, because you're watching your character run around. You're not really paying as much attention to everything that's in front of you, more or less to what your character is doing. But when you're playing in first person, you don't see your character at all. So
it's way scarier.
It is. That's why it puts the intensity in there, because no matter what, you're forced to actually see your surroundings. You're forced to see in the light of how actually being in the game would feel. And if they were to take something like this and actually put it into like a VR, like how Resident Evil is in VR, which I am going to stream that if I do get a VR. Oh my god. I am going to stream that game if I do get a VR. Oh my god, it's gonna be awesome.
This is why I wished I lived near you, so I could just scare you while you're playing.
I'm gonna have my dog probably like jump at me or something when I'm trying to do it.
Oh no, don't get hurt. I mean, I've seen people on Twitch like playing VR games and they get hurt and stuff. I'm like, oh wow, that's scary.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, let's see what's going on here, because it's going to be interesting. I haven't played it yet. I do own it. Like we did buy Evil Within 2 because it was like $30 when it released on CD keys, and but I haven't played it yet though, because, well, one, there's just been so many other games, and of course, there was like, I was more for around Halloween. I was more intrigued to play Resident Evil 7 with you than, you know, jumping into Evil Within, which I did love. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love the first one, so I am excited for this game. But now that they have first person, I'm going to love it so much more. And oh my god, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Super excited. Happy that they did this. Again, Bethesda, I love you for listening to your fans. I do. I love Bethesda. Like, I really do.
I think we all know this now.
Bethesda, can you like just hire me and I will just like, I will promote your name.
Send her all your games and she'll play them on stream.
I will.
But my question to you is, when you do first play this game, will you do your first playthrough? Will you do third or first person?
First. And
then will you play it again on third to see a difference, or no? Oh wow. Okay.
I don't care. Again, when it comes to horror games, I do not care for them in third person. I do not care for them. I have always loved to experience horror games in first person, and that is the way I am always going to do it. I am never, I don't care for, like, okay, so for that question that you asked, I played the first one, like the first Evil Within, which was in third person. So I already have the sense of the feel of how it's already going to play out if I was to play in third person. I was literally just kind of running around like as if like you run around like Lara Croft, or you run around as like Nathan Drake, or you know what I mean, like
or the dude from Dead Space.
Yeah,
like Dead Space is a horror sci-fi game.
Yeah.
And I played that in third person. I thought it was amazing. I don't even know what it would look like in first person.
Yeah, which, you know, I'm not saying that games are bad to play in third person, but it's more or less the fact of I don't get as... Okay, so horror games already don't really scare me, but I do like that thrill to begin with. So I like to be more immersed into a game, which is why I loved Resident Evil 7, because yes, there was a lot of other Resident Evils, which were still really great games. Don't get me wrong. I didn't really enjoy them as much, though, because I saw everything that was going on. And, you know, again, your character pulls you out of it when he's, like, acting a certain way. And horror games, I want to be the crazy person in the game. I don't want like to watch some other guy pretending to be scared of something that he's not actually scared of, because it's just like horror movies. When you know you're not supposed to run up the stairs when the guy's chasing you, you run out the door, but they always run up the stairs. So it's kind of like those people you just want to smack.
All those people that get yelled at from a TV.
I do. I'm that type of person. I yell at my TV when, like, we're watching a horror movie. I'm like, why did you do that? There's a window there. Why did you not just break the window and go through the window? Like, seriously. Like, it drives me crazy when it comes to horror movies. I love the old horror movies, like, where they actually had plausible reason to why they did the things that they did. But now it's kind of like, what was it? One of the Screams. I don't know if you guys remember. I know this isn't really about movies, but
no, it's fine. I don't
you remember the Scream movie where, like, the one girl tried to go through the doggy door, and it's like, you know, damn well you can't fit through the doggy door, so why are you trying? Like,
yeah.
First off,
that was pretty bad.
It was like all these people that, like, you see in horror movies, like Scream and all that stuff. First off, why are you not looking for a knife? You're in a house. You're telling me you don't have anything that you could hit him with or throw at him? Like, pick up a freaking...
You know why? Because they're just going to run up the stairs. That's
No,
why.
I know. They just run up the stairs. Like, fine. If you're running up the stairs, grab a picture frame and throw it at him. Like, chances are it's going to delay him for a couple Like, there's so many stupid things in, like, some horror movies that I'm like, oh my god, seriously?
Oh, so bad guys are OP. Just so you know.
Apparently, like, psycho guys are just, like, the strongest in the world and can never die.
Jason can never die. He's always, like, the tough dude. You could throw anything at him or burn him or whatever, and he's still walking towards you. Next thing you know, you're a block away, and he's still behind you somehow.
Yeah. But apparently, like, oh my god, it's so, like... And then, of course, you have, like, the stupidity of, like, where they're like, oh my god, they're down! Are they okay? Like, you're just gonna go over there and freaking poke them? Like, they always end up getting up again, and then they grab you, and then you're stuck running again. Like, why wouldn't you, if they're down, why wouldn't you just run and find a phone? Like, why would you literally stand there and look at them for a couple minutes? Like, it's stupid things. The only one that ever really, really got me, here's a fun fact for everybody. I had nightmares about, like, Nightmare on Elm Street. Because...
yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the idea of what Freddy is. He can only exist if you dream about him. And for anyone who actually, like, pays attention to, like, the whole logic of dreams and stuff like that, you can actually die in your dreams, like, in real life. If, like, you actually can get so in depth to, like, where you fall off a building or, you know... You can drown.
They don't say die in your dreams. They say die in your sleep. But
yeah, like you die in your sleep because you know, your mind can really push you that far. And Freddy Krueger, that's what he is. He is literally your mind creating this character. So they die when they're sleeping, and then they're dead when they're, in real life. So the idea of Freddy Krueger always just kind of always got to me because of the fact, like, it's literally your own mind. So, yeah. Anyways, that kind of pulled really far away from video games. But I hope you guys enjoyed our little... I'm telling you, I'm going to get my friggin' TV, my show idea up. It's going to be... Yeah, I'll talk to you about it after, because it might be too early for you, though. But we'll see.
Evil Within, awesome, smart, and I think a lot of people are going to get into it just like you.
Exactly. Great idea, guys. Great idea, Bethesda. Rock on. I've always loved you. That's how I feel. Alright, so next up we have that's not the... I missed a page
accessories.
Here.
Right. Oh wait, that's the wrong thingy. Okay.
Yeah, I missed a picture. Okay, so I'm gonna have to leave it here for a minute. I accidentally missed a picture. So Dead Rising... apparently, yes, right, Capcom has confirmed layoffs at its Dead Rising studios. The studio size was at 250, and approximately 30% have been let go, which is about 50 people, or an estimate of 50 people have been let go from Dead Rising. And they're in the works of the next Dead Rising game. So I'm kind of confused on why they did, like, why they would release them.
Oh, like why they let them go?
Yeah.
I don't feel like that particular studio, because I think it's one of the Capcom studios, weren't, profiting very well, and so they had to like let some people go, which we have been seeing a lot lately in the news, with game developers, or I mean game studios letting a lot of employees let go. So it kind of sucks in that aspect, because we saw this happening with was it Telltale? They also let go of some people as well. Uh, some other devs have been doing that as well, and it just really sucks because it affects the game that they are currently working on,
Mm-hmm.
which, like you said, the Next Dead Rising is understaffed. So, is this going to affect the game? I think so.
Yeah.
I think they were already having issues with the last one, even though it was a good game. I mean, that's it. Once you played it a couple of times, you were done. There was really nothing there. Um, so, what is the next game going to bring that lets people stay in it? And I don't know if they're going to be able to do something special if they're understaffed.
Yeah, see, and it didn't help that they decided to do their game all kind of based around a Christmas theme. Because a
Yeah.
lot of people were kind of like, hey, this game is cool, but I only really want to play it during Christmas. So, yeah, it might pick up again when December comes, but it's not really a game. Like, it kind of pulls people out of it when it's just sitting around a Christmas theme game. I think that was kind of one of their downfalls. They shouldn't have. It would have been nice to have like the add-in, like say like do that part for the release of the game, but not actually been the main gist of their game. They should have actually had like a normal base of it. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
allowing them to have more than one access
Oh yeah, I
to.
completely agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
it should have been a normal style game, with the usual things that people are used to seeing. Obviously, they were bringing back a character from a previous Dead Rising, so people are already interested in that. And
Mhm.
then, yeah, I understand that it released on Christmas, but yeah, like you said, that could have been like an event, an expansion, a DLC, whatever, or just
Yeah.
something that they throw in there as an extra thing. But like as soon as Christmas was over and people were already done with that, people they could go back to the base game. And I know people
Yes.
that actually went to go play Dead Rising 3 instead because they didn't feel like playing the Christmas theme.
Yeah, which is why, one, it would have been awesome for the release to be like, hey, we are actually releasing this game with a Christmas DLC. And, I think that would have actually pulled things in a lot better, but still had the game as a standard base game and not all Christmas theme. Because I know, like, I think me and you were even, like, sitting there talking about it when it released and stuff like that. We were playing it, and then all of a sudden we were like, oh, hey, Christmas is over. I don't really want to play it no more. Because
Yeah.
you just, yeah, it's weird. So I think they failed when they did that. They should have, one, again, they should have just been the first game to come out and been like, boom, here's DLC free right off the bat when you buy the game. It is the Christmas DLC.
Mhm.
Then after the holidays, you can just switch to the base game. Like, it could have just been a simple option to add two different game modes into the game, but they didn't. They stuck with straight up Christmas, and I think it ruined it. I
Yeah.
do think it
So
kind of.
so they're already dealing with that aspect of it, and then now they're losing developers within their team and they're understaffed. So I don't know what they can do to come back with excuse me. I don't know what they can do to come back with this new Dead Rising, with this new game that they're making. So hopefully it works out, but I will not be surprised, and you either, I don't think, if this going to be delayed after delayed after delayed, because they're going to be small teams working on
Yeah.
the game and trying to make it playable, trying to actually make it worth buying for us. So it sucks to hear when devs lose their jobs, when they get let go. But on a side note, I think it's really awesome that we get to hear Coalition again, because every time I see people getting laid off, I always see Coalition saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
if anybody wants to come over here, that would be cool." And I think that's awesome. That's the second time I heard them doing that. Probably there's been another one, I don't know, but that's the second time I heard them reaching out to devs if they want to work on the coalition side.
Which I think is a great thing for them to do. One, you're picking up some probably really amazing developers, but at the same time, you did this to yourself, Dead Rising. Like, one, the whole zombie thing is already kind of getting overplayed to begin with because everybody did zombie things last year. Like, everybody. Oh my god, it was like
Every year there's a
zombie
zombie game.
this, zombies that. But it's not even just one. Like, there's so many zombie games that come out that everybody's like, oh my god, zombies, zombies. And it's the same kind of zombies. It's not even like... I understand The Walking Dead is big, but even that thing, I think a lot of people are even starting to feel like The Walking Dead is getting overplayed now. So, you know, it's just... It does get sad. Timidos makes a great point. You know, it's not... games are not movies. You know, a Christmas movie works because they buy it for Christmas. They play it at Christmas, and that's it. But once the rest of the time, they don't watch those movies anymore. Like, you might get lucky if they really liked it. Like Gremlins. People like watching the Gremlins more than just Christmas. But a video game should not be seasonal based. I'm sorry. Because if you want a seasonal based game, then you're going to get it only at seasonal times.
Yeah, so that means you're not going to have the player base. You're not going to have people talking about your game all the time because they only play it in, you know, this certain time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that sucks for them. But, yeah, like you were saying, a lot of zombie games and stuff like that. I understand that there are fans out there that love zombie games. I think Mooch is one of them where he's like, yeah, I buy almost every zombie game. I think they're awesome.
I buy almost every zombie game, but...
Yeah, you too, but like, after a while, it does get a little stale, and I like when people innovate and they try to make things different. Story-wise, they have to be interesting. Character-wise, I have to care about the character to keep them alive, or whatever the case may be. I like that, State of Decay 2 is having the co-ops. I can finally play that together with my bro, and he loved the first one. And then obviously I think PlayStation's working on 2 of them, or is going to release 2 of them. So like, yeah, zombies are a thing. They're still around. People are still making them like every year or every other year. But you gotta do them right, and you have to do them special for someone to actually pick your zombie game above all the other zombie games.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So... what is this? There's been a few... okay, I didn't mean the jest of whether or not a game could be good if it's based off a movie or not off of a movie. I meant more or less seasonal based. You watch movies at certain points of the year because if they're seasonal based, then that's when you kind of watch them. It's more or less I was getting at, guys. I wasn't saying movies couldn't be good video games. Alright, so now we're going to jump into a topic that's actually been pretty big, in my opinion. It has been actually, like, pretty crazy, and I jumped over somewhere. There we go. So, it has been pretty crazy with everything that's going on. We do know that Sea of Thieves will be releasing March 20th. There has been some craziness going on with, a controller that has actually released. It was the Xbox wireless controller Sea of Thieves limited edition. It inspires among your crew with this controller, deep purple, translucent design, glowing skull. That's the cool aspect I like about it, is the fact that it's got like the glowing skull in the middle. Includes exclusive in-game closed set DLC, 14 Xbox Live trial, and 14-day Xbox Game Pass trial for over 100 games. That's kind of cool that they released that. But of course, so as you guys can see, there's not really, like, the picture's a little bit smaller, but it has an amazing, like, purple and green design to it. There's the glowing skull in the middle of it, which is like a green aspect to it. There's also a design on the back of it. There's also a hard drive that released with the same color scheme, and there's a stand that your controller can sit on. The stand I'm not really surprised about because usually if a controller releases, there's usually a stand to go with it.
Agreed.
There is. Of course, it's got built-in for comfort. It's got texture grips, responsive thumbsticks, and an enhanced D-pad, adding extra comfort and performance, loaded with features. I don't really know how it has any more features than the other controllers, but feel the action of impulse triggers and enjoying custom button mapping, plus plug in any compatible headset with a 3.5 millimeter stereo head jack, Also, it has improved range, get up to twice the wireless range over previous Xbox controllers. Also includes Bluetooth for players of your favorite games on Windows 10 PC and tablets. So there's the controller aspect. I'm pretty sure I just read enough that I think you guys now know exactly what the controller is.
Yeah, but the controller looks awesome, and I know everybody wants one or wants to
Yeah,
collect one or wants to use one, and yeah, it just looks. Actually, it looks pretty. It
it
looks
is.
pretty.
It's
It's a pretty controller.
$74.99. My only thing is, okay, so has anyone actually seen pictures of this controller? Like actually looked at this controller? It has one gold bumper or trigger, sorry. It has one gold trigger and one black trigger.
Yep.
Why? There's literally
I think it's because,
no other
you know
gold
how
on the rest of the controller. Why would you?
I think it's because you know how they say pirates have a gold tooth. I think that's why.
Oh, I guess I get that. I was like, cause I'm like,
Yeah,
this whole
Skirbo said
controller.
the same thing.
That has to be why. That, cause I'm like, why would you put one gold trigger? Oh wait, yeah, wait, here it is. So it says, okay, let's see what it says about it. Wait, Archer, and fight, sail and loot in style with the limited edition Sea of Thieves controller. Glaze into the murky depths of its deep purple, translucent design. Abroad with laser etching.
I like when they do that. They do that for the gears and the console. I just love that.
Yeah,
So
I love when they do the laser etching in them. One treasured gold trigger. So it's a treasured gold trigger. Is what it says. I like the tooth thing. Version. Yeah, I like the tooth. You should like write them and be like, so this one sounds better, so you may want to change, because that doesn't make as much sense. Like one treasured golden trigger, and a mystery skull that glows at sundown. Includes Bluetooth for gaming. Yeah, okay. So I already read that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that doesn't seem as.
I mean, it still looks cool. I like that it's unique.
It does. They could have done two. Like, if it was for treasure, you should have just done 2 gold triggers, though.
They could have just done all the buttons on top gold if they wanted to.
Well, no, I would have just done both
overall,
triggers. It just looks funny.
I guess. I think it's I still think it's a pretty controller. The hot topic that was a couple days ago and whatnot was that people wish that, well, I agree as well, that there should have been a system that had that color scheme and everything. Kind of like how Xbox Pope does the awesome designs. I know a lot of people that would have liked that as well in the community.
Which, can anyone confirm this for me? I was trying to figure it out because I've seen things that say it was, and then I've seen some that say it wasn't. Was this his design? I know he had the black one with the big gold skull in the middle. I know he had that design. But was this his design? I wanted to ask him, but then I'm like, wow, I don't really seem like much of a friend if I can't even remember if it was his design or not.
Go through his Twitter feed.
I tried. He actually tweets so much that like it's hard to go back really far on his. This is a separate design. I just know he does. Okay.
Oh, okay. But I know that he does so many.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been cool if they gave him a shout out and they're like, you inspired us to do this design, and then they give him a little nod, because I know that the control design that he did, he actually sent it to them.
Yeah,
or delivered it to them, so that it looked amazing. I
thought he had mentioned something about that they were using his design, so that's why I was kind of trying to figure out if this was actually his, or if this was. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to straight up ask him. I know you say it's separate, but are you 100% sure? Are you really?
Yeah, Tim is an insider. You didn't know?
Yeah. Then they'd have to pay him. Well, no, not technically. Not if he signed off the rights to it. And Tom is the type of person who would literally, he's just that genuine that
Yeah,
he
you're right.
wouldn't do something like that. He would actually just sign, like, he would sign it to them and be like, here you go. Because he would just be honored to see his design being sold to millions of people. So, yeah,
You're
no,
right.
which, by the way, guys, please make sure you guys go check out his Twitter. It's Xbox
Xbox Pope.
Pope. Make sure you guys check him out. He does a lot of amazing designs and a lot of fun aspects that he does. And if you are listening to this later, Tom, and this was your design, and I did forget by some chance, I am so sorry. Please forgive me.
DM her.
But at least I remembered that you were talking about a design with them. So, either way,
But
either way.
all right, so even though they have a controller, hard drive, and I think two or one controller stands, I think that's cool. But I don't know if that's enough to promote the game enough. And I thought it would have been cool if they did a system, a custom console just like that color scheme, and or a collector's edition, with some pirate treasure, with a boat or something cool.
Oh, they could have done a ship in the bottle. Or shipping,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
shipping bottle.
yeah, they could have done that. That would have been cool. Obviously, that would have been like, damn. I think they would have charged a lot for that. But either
That
way,
would have
it
been
would have
okay
been.
with that because you can get like they could have made it like a plastic bottle. It didn't have to be like a glass bottle.
True, 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 true.
To
I just
save.
think it would have been awesome if they it did more than just these cool accessories that they have.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people in the community felt that way, so that's why I mentioned it.
Well, definitely, especially the fact that like this is kind of like yes, there was Black Flag from Assassins, but there hasn't really been any actual pirate games that people have been able to, play with their friends and go on voyages and all that kind of stuff. So to finally release something this big and kind of in its own genre with being really the only pirate game out there, they should have promoted it better. They should have had, that collector's console. They do it for like all these other ones. You're telling me you couldn't have created an S? Like you got Minecraft ones. You could have simply made an Xbox One S. It didn't even have to be an X. They could have just
Agreed.
made one of an Xbox One S and released it. But yeah, or at least, a collector's edition. Like, heck, God, some of the lower games even have big collector's editions that you can buy.
Yes.
So, well, no, I know that Ubisoft has theirs, but we have no idea when that's actually coming out. So I wasn't really including that one in this talk.
Yeah, that's in the future. We're talking about like right now. There's not right now. And then see if these is coming out, and then the other one's coming out, which is fine. But you're right. They're like pirate games. There's not like a big franchise or a big like genre type of thing.
People love them though.
And I definitely think Sea of Thieves could have got a collector's edition, and I still think they could do it. They might just have to sell it without the game because I think everybody already got their like pre-orders, or they're gonna play it on Game Pass. So they could sell a collector's edition later on without the game. They could just have that as an option, which is cool because even Recore got a collector's edition, and that one was a AA game.
Yeah. Does anyone know if there's gonna be a strategy guide for this? Because I love strategy guides. I collect strategy guides.
I have no idea.
So I wonder if they
We
have
haven't
one,
mentioned
because that would be
anything.
kind of cool. But something tells me probably not, because it seems to be they're kind of not, like you said, promoting it as good as they could have for all of this. So there are some things that, if by some chance rare, you are listening, look into collect. You would be surprised how many people would actually buy, like, would really actually love a collector's edition for Sea of Thieves, because it would just be awesome to literally have like like a ship in a bottle, or to have a ship, and then like you could have like the bottom could be like a plastic, and then there's like the water, and like one of their crazy sharks that they have like sticking out of it with the boat. Like there's some really cool ideas that they could play around with it. And
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that. I would have bought it. Hands down, I would have bought it.
And the name alone is well known right now enough in the community that I know a lot of people would pick it up, because even though a lot of people were sick of like controller designs, or some people were sick of controller designs, this thing is sold out. So like people still want it.
And which you can still buy it on the Microsoft Store, by the way, guys.
Oh, okay. Well, it's almost sold out.
Almost sold out. No, I'm on the Microsoft Store, and it says for $74.99 it says add to cart, so it can still be bought apparently. I thought it was completely sold out, but
yeah, that's what I thought.
Unless they put more on, because this is the Xbox Store, so I guess they could have released more, but either way. But we still have more things to talk about with Sea of Thieves, guys. So this is okay. I'm a little confused about this because there's a stress test going on right now for Sea of Thieves, and people are saying you can select your own character. Chaotic, if you're still in the chat, can you define exactly, can you actually do anything with your character? Or is it literally just you get to pick your own character? Because as what's going on right now is apparently Sea of Thieves character generator won't let you customize your own pirate. Now, I know a lot of people are actually kind of upset about this because they were really hoping to be able to make their own fun pirate that they could actually, customize. I guess is the best. There's really no other way to say that, but tons of games which don't resolve around a set story have character generation, allowing gamers a wide degree of freedom to craft their own avatars to represent themselves in the world and generally enjoy some self-expression, which I completely agree. I am one of those gamers that I love to customize my characters, which is why I actually liked Monster Hunter so much, because I could actually customize my own character.
And the kitty.
And the kitty. Oh my god, I love her.
That's adorable.
I know, right? But anyways, but apparently Sea of Thieves is not like that. Instead of a bunch of sliders and options to craft your perfect pirate, Sea of Thieves offers the player a bunch of pirates in a tavern, 8 at a time, running a wide selection of body types, looks, skin tones, gender, wonkiness, pirateness, etc. You'll be able to generate a new set of pirates if nothing grabs you, but you won't be able to actually fine dine the details. So, chances are someone could look like you if they end up having the same idea that you like, which is, that's kind of disappointing. That's a little...
well, I heard the same thing that Tim mentioned in the chat, which is they give you an option from 8 different things, and you could randomly they're randomly generated things, and someone could kind of look like you a little bit, and I think it's really disappointing to everybody that wanted to customize a pirate. And even though I don't like extreme customization, down to the details, like some people do, I still like customizing my own character, right? And the first thing I thought of was, wow, even Destiny had a little bit of customization, but there was people that looked similar to you, right, with different hair or different skin tone or whatever. But still, this is really disappointing. And I wanted to make my own pirate, and now I'm like, oh, this sucks. And come to find out, the only way you could look different is if you buy the microtransactions, if you buy the special pirate hat or a different outfit, or peg leg. If you buy those things separately, that's how you could stand out, or that's how you could look unique. And I just think that kind of sucks. So there's one thing that I heard recently last night that I was really disappointed with.
Yeah, and so I don't really agree with this either. So I guess Rare went on to saying that we want people to think this is my own very... Wait. We want people to think this is my very own Rare created pirate character. It will encourage players to pick a character who wouldn't normally be a character they would create in a game creator. It's not about just making themselves. Also, I love this notion of it gives you your own Rare character to go and play the game with. I don't agree. I'm sorry. I get the concept, but when I play a multiplayer game, I like, again, this kind of comes back to the whole, like, this almost comes back to the horror game thing. You like to feel like you're immersed in the game. And yes, it's cool that, like, Rare, you're creating these, but if by some chance, because there's, okay, so you have 8 things that you can pick, as you guys said. You can generate 8 different, whatever. You can't tell me that there's not going to be anybody else in the world that doesn't end up picking the same 8 things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
When you're so limited, the chances of people having the same pirate of you goes up immensely. And that is where the problem comes in. Because with character creation and allowing, say, sliders or even to pick skin tones or something like that, people can fine-tune those the slightest to be that different. Like, every character I ever make when it comes to MMOs, I always have one blue eye and one green eye. Always. It is one of my biggest things in when creating characters. I always like to have different color eyes. So anytime I've ever been able to, in MMO style games or anything, that I can change, like, eye colors, or, you know, I'll try to find something else if they don't give me that option, to find something, even if it's small, I still try to change something so that my character at least has some uniqueness to it, because that is what you want to be able to do. You don't want to go out and be running around and, like, you're jumping over to another ship and you see someone that looks just like you. You're like, oh, wow, hey, what's up? You're my twin. Thanks. Have fun. Like, I don't know. I'm just not huge. I'm not huge on their whole, like, I get the concept. I do. It's a neat idea. But when you're giving people, especially the first kind of pirate game, you're making people pick your pirates.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the biggest things, was everybody always thought that they'd be able to create their own pirates.
Yeah, I know a lot of people in the community was like, yeah, you can customize your pirate. And my brother said, you customize your pirate. And I was like, yeah, I can't wait. So the fact that was one of the things that was mentioned a lot. And now it's not the case. It's really disappointing. And like I said, you could make it unique later on. You could also have a pet. So obviously your pet could be different than my pet. I don't know how many pets they're gonna add, but or like a little companion or whatever they call it. But I think it's really disappointing that we have to choose from whatever is there, and we can't customize like we wanted. And it kind of sucks that they did try to justify it in an interview by saying, well, from what we know, most gamers just go with the default character anyway. It's like, but do they?
Yeah, see.
But do they? I mean, that's not me. That's not me.
No, see.
So, yeah.
I don't really know how many people actually do go with the default. So, here's another question for everyone to put into the chat, or into the, well, you can write in the chat or put it into the comment section below after the video. Do you prefer to actually make your own character, even if it's the slightest? It doesn't even have to, like, or do you stay with the default character they give you? This is what we want to know. Do they actually, like, do you actually stick with the default, or do you at least slightly do something to your character? Hairstyle, or, you know, even size or something. Is there the slightest thing? Because usually people that play these kind of games, it's because they like to create a character that they imagine themselves as. Except Timidos, who seems to like to play as females all the time, which is a little weird. But usually the idea is most people...
It makes sense. It makes sense to me.
Oh, okay.
Ladies are good to look at, and guys, it's like, oh, well, it depends. Certain guys are okay.
Which, okay, so yes, so there's always that too. Guys
Don't
do
you
like to
judge me.
play as female characters because they do like to, they would rather stare at a lady's butt than a man's butt when they're running. I've heard that one. I've had my friends tell, like, I've had guy friends, like, in MMO games, because they'll be running around as a female. I'll be like, why are you dressed like that? Because they're like, oh, well, that's what I wish my girlfriend looked like, or I'd rather look at a girl's butt than a guy's butt running. And I'm like, oh, okay then, I guess that works. But others usually
funny.
tell me they build their characters to what they wish they could look like. Because usually that's what happens in those style of games, is you can create the unimaginable. And I get their concept, but I'm not super happy about it. I'm just not super happy about this. I wanted to make this really badass looking freaking pirate chick, and I'm gonna play around with it after and see what happens, but
yeah, and then we gotta buy some stuff, you know, special hat, peg leg or whatever.
yeah, that ain't
A
happening.
little sash.
That ain't happening. I ain't freaking
Putting
spending money
tattoos on my character, probably. I don't know.
If I could put tattoos on,
Like,
I guess I could be somewhat alright with, but I don't know.
I just think that it's disappointing. If that's
is.
all, like the rest of the game better be freaking good, because this is a disappointment. But it's not gonna deter me. It's not gonna stop me from checking it out, trying it, playing it. So it just sucks, you know. That's all.
All Dark Soul characters are females. Well, no, that's not true.
males.
Isn't there a female Dark Souls character? What's her name? Isn't she part of
I
the
don't
Dark
know.
Soul things? Freya or whatever her name is? Isn't there a new Dark Souls coming out and it's by like the sister?
Oh, well, maybe he means currently there isn't
Oh,
any.
all of your characters are males.
Oh my god, okay, so Tim, shush, so yeah, Sea of Thieves,
Yeah, anyways.
character females, okay, cool.
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna try it after the stream and see kind of what I think of it, but chances are I'm
But
not
that's
gonna be
still
too
in beta,
happy,
right?
but-
That's not gonna have everything.
No, but it has, like, the idea of it, so I at least get to see
Okay.
the idea of what it is. This is, like, apparently one of the last stress test things that they're pushing. So.
You think they're still gonna do that? I mean, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but that public beta? Or the open beta?
Truthfully, I think it'd be dumb for them to do.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
They need to just release the game already. They need to stop with all, like, I hate games that sit there and do, like, 50 billion betas when all you simply
I mean,
have
but it's
to
good
do.
to test it.
It is, but at the same time,
if-
all you have to
If
do
they
is
do an open
just...
beta and the servers crash, they better fix that shit when the game comes out, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, like, I guess maybe a week or two before, well, I guess, 2 weeks before the game releases, do, one open beta for the weekend, just to, pull people back in for at least, that idea of it kind of thing. But I wouldn't do, too many more from now until then. I went over it,
Yeah. No, I agree.
But still talking of Sea of Thieves, Fox actually talked a little bit about this topic, which is Sea of Thieves will let players earn some microtransaction items in-game.
Oh, yeah.
What? Yeah. So,
Can't help it.
Microsoft has already confirmed its intent to bring microtransactions to Sea of Thieves. Rare upcoming shares world action adventure game slowly after it launches. However, it seems that some, though not all, items you can purchase with microtransactions will also be earnable in-game. That's the way that it should always be, to tell you the truth, because one, you're going to have a lot of younger, a very younger audience playing this game. I really see that happening. And I know if my kids were sitting there having to, because they think, oh my god, my friends have it, I have to have it, and they want me to buy something, I'm going to be like, no. Go get an allowance. That doesn't, as long as it's not, something that, overpowers, a really powerful rifle or something.
Oh, no, it's definitely cosmetic.
As long as it's all cosmetic, then I guess it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's all for looks. Like I said, you could add to your character's looks, and you can get other things, but it's just cosmetic. Whatever you buy won't make you stronger than me, you know?
Are you sure, though?
Yes, they confirmed it. It's cosmetic stuff.
For now.
Yes.
Until they...
For now, yes.
People
right
tend to
about
like
that.
to change that to where people can start buying stuff. So.
Well, I mean, if they're smart and they don't want to deal with that crap, and bad, you know, articles, and yeah, they should know better. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Well, that's fine. If they want to turn around and make like something really awesome, chances are I'll probably buy it then, if it's not so expensive.
Yeah, especially if you can customize your boat. You can customize, like I said, your character, make it more unique, and
Yeah.
it's not highly expensive. It's like a small thing, but it's very special to you. Like if I can choose what pet I want, I mean,
Yeah.
and they only have a small selection, I'll go with whatever I can. And then in the future, if they release more pets, but you have to buy them,
I
like
would, because I would
I
change
would
it.
buy a fox. Is all I'm saying.
Yep. So
Yeah.
here's we want a wolf and a fox in the game. They make awesome pirate pets. A fox
Yeah,
would be
totally
the
makes
cutest
sense.
one though. Like wolves are cool. Don't get me wrong. I love wolves, but having like a little red and white fox run around with you as a pirate would be kind of cool. Especially like you can carry them. They're so tiny.
Yeah, yeah, you could do like, and your friends could interact with them as well. I like that. That's pretty cool. They could actually grab your pet and run away with it. They could shoot it out of a cannon, or they said they're gonna try to make it get a shot out of a cannon. But your pet will
pets.
always come back.
I would hope so, because I could see people
Yes.
just shoot them out of a cannon just to shoot them out of a cannon. Like,
Yeah, but they said your pet will always come back to you. Whatever they decide to do, because I think the whole cannon thing was an idea that they were just blurting out in an interview, which I thought was funny.
oh man, it'll be
Uh-oh.
like,
Oh, where'd that come from?
I got like this really cold chill that just like went up my back, and it was just, I get cold, I yawn.
No. Mhm.
But yeah, so like the whole like that's the pets are gonna be like, you know the old cartoons where like they'd smack a wall and they'd just like go flat against it, and then they just like slowly slide off. Can the sharks
Yep.
eat your pets? They eat you, so can they
Oh,
eat your
no.
pets?
I mean, if they do, I'm pretty sure it'll come back to life, but I mean, I don't know. I never
It's kind of weird.
I never thought about that.
Interesting. I was like, wait a minute. They can eat you, so can they eat your pets if you shoot them out of a cannon? No, nobody's eating their pets, killer.
What?
You and eating
Uh-oh.
pets. He
Things
wanted.
are getting weird.
Yeah, he wanted me to eat my cat last time. He was mean. All right. Anyways, so we're gonna jump into no, just cats. So anyways, we're gonna jump into something that moved over. Piece of crap. Okay. So another Sea of Thieves topic. We're kind of on the Sea of Thieves here.
Sea of Thieves hype.
Yeah. So Sea of Thieves Kraken leak provides first look at the mystical beast. I am so excited for this Kraken thing. Like it's gonna be the big bad
I'm scared.
boss fight.
Yeah, I'm scared. Because it's gonna be random too.
Yep.
Random. So we could be like, oh, we're having a good old time. We're on our way to like, get our treasure like checked in, all that good stuff, and then boom, the dude's right next to us. He's about to attack us.
Yep.
You know, they could grab you. They can eat you. They could like spit stuff at you. It's pretty scary actually.
Wouldn't that suck if you're like right in the middle of like a ship battle and you're winning, and then the Kraken just comes up and eats your ship? I would be
You're
like,
gone.
you
Done.
son of a. I would be
Yep.
so mad. Oh my god.
That would definitely
I am
happen,
excited
I bet.
though. It looks pretty awesome. Like the Kraken, the pictures that they've shown and stuff of the Kraken, it looks pretty awesome, and I'm excited. We heard it. Like during the streaming that we were doing a couple weeks ago when they finally lifted the NDA, we heard the Kraken. Everyone was able to hear it, but nobody had seen it. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I can't wait to actually see the Kraken and what it does and
It's
how
gonna
it
definitely
attacks.
add a unique element.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Freaking eats the
I'm
ship.
looking forward to it.
and-
Also, like you mentioned, if you're in a ship battle and all of a sudden it attacks you, but like imagine if you see the Kraken when you're coming up to it and they're fighting another ship. Now, do you help the other ship in fighting the Kraken because if you defeat it or whatever, you do get special treasures, or do you wait for the Kraken to kill that boat and then get the leftovers of the boat?
The question comes down to, is it, if that is the case, and you do go help, because they were fighting the Kraken first, is it only their ship that actually gets the reward, or do you all, you know what I mean? Like
No,
sometimes
I think you would have to fight for the treasure. If you're both in the same area, you both see it. It's not like only they see it or they can get it only. If you're in the area, multiple ships can fight the Kraken.
yeah,
Now,
but then
after
it's
that,
yeah,
after it
it's
gets
whoever
defeated,
gets.
you guys have to fight for the treasure.
Yeah,
Unless you're gonna
see.
split it like properly, which I doubt it. We're pirates. So yeah.
Well, then I would just stay back, let it fight the Kraken as long as possible.
ship?
Let the ship get killed by the Kraken, and then go finish off the Kraken and take the treasure. Just kind of like
Oh, man.
sit back and watch until the Kraken ends up like, because the Kraken will be
Cold-blooded.
damaged by the other ship, so at least there will be some damage. So then I would just sit there, kind of wait, let the Kraken eat that ship, and then go in there and
Dang.
yeah.
Cold-blooded pirate, you are. Arg.
Hey, I'm a pirate. That's what you're there for, is to steal people's treasures. So
I was thinking I would go in there, help them fight the Kraken, and then fight them after the fact.
well, no, because
the treasure.
that just sounds too exhausting.
Wow,
Just let
she's
the
like, I don't want to
Kraken
work
take them
for
out.
it.
Just let this Kraken take them out. You will work for it after they take half the health down.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. Scromo agrees with you. That's
Yeah,
that's
see?
fine, I guess.
See, there we go. We got my first shipmate. He agrees with me.
Dang. Just took one of my
Steal their
homies. Alright, that's
treasure.
fine.
See, that works too. I don't think the treasure gets released until the Kraken's dead, though.
No, I mean he means like the treasure in their boat.
Oh,
if they have any.
in theirs. Nah, you still have the chance of dying
kinda
because
risky.
they're because they're still paying attention to what's going on the ship. So
Yeah, they're going back and forth getting the ball. The what's it called?
cannonball,
The ammo. I don't know what you call it. Thank you.
Cannonballs?
There you go. I was gonna say just. Yeah, I was just gonna say
giant
balls.
cannonballs.
But yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's fine. Yeah.
It's interesting though. It's definitely interesting. I'm excited to see it. I am.
I think it's awesome. Like all this new information that we're getting about Sea of Thieves, the fact that they're gonna have public events besides the Kraken,
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. The fact that they're gonna have a dude in there like Zer, where he shows up on the weekends and he sells you specific things, in-game currency, of course.
Yeah.
From what I heard. I think that's also very cool. So I think they're getting the right elements from Destiny and they're working it into this game, and it intrigues me every week. And I'm anticipating this game more and more. Even though I was really hyped for it and then it died down, now it's coming back. Now I'm really interested. I'm really looking forward to getting in that game with my friends.
Yeah.
And listening to all the new stuff. They're gonna have merchants. They're gonna have factions. They're gonna have raids. It's like, yes, give me all that good stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna have hopefully they do it right. Now again,
Yeah.
don't get your hopes up too high, guys, because sometimes people talk about doing all this amazing stuff and then sometimes it doesn't happen. We have seen that quite a bit in games. So just don't over excite yourself, but
I'm at a 70
be
right now.
excited.
I'm at a 70
yes,
hype.
exactly. But be excited for this game. There is so far a lot of really cool things that we have already seen in game. So I can assure
yeah.
that because I actually played it. I was streaming it, so I was pretty deadly
Yeah,
in there.
it's really cool.
I can guarantee.
Also, I want a quick shout out to Max Powers because I've been seeing a lot of his videos and he's been doing a lot of Sea of Thieves updates, and every time they talk about something new, he makes a video about it, and that's where I've been watching most of my stuff. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to him. So yeah.
Nice, very nice. All right,
Very
so
cool.
off the topic of Sea of Thieves for a bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Apparently, Call
Like
of
how she
Duty.
wasn't having a snack. Now I want a snack.
No, it's gum. It's actually gum.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
My lunch is sitting in the microwave. I meant to eat it before we started.
Twizzlers?
Oh, I like Twizzlers. I actually had like my lunch sitting in the microwave. I meant to eat it before we started, but we kind of got talking before the show.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no, it's my fault.
my food is still sitting in the microwave. So I figured I'd eat a piece of gum while it's sitting in front of me. Anyways. So reports of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 confirmed for this year. How do you feel about that?
Intrigued. Is
Why?
that a word?
Why are you intrigued?
Why?
Intrigued is a good thing. Why are you intrigued?
I'm intrigued because what I'm hearing about it regarding the fact that it's already one of the series that we already know, so it's the Black Ops series, part of it.
Yeah.
So it's already they're fleshing out that storyline if you're interested in that. And then the thing that really has me intrigued is that it's boots on the ground and it's modern warfare. That's why I'm like, yes, I'm listening, keep talking. So
Ah.
yeah, that's really cool. That's what I'm looking forward to hearing more about.
But the thing that kind of gets me though is you can't really call it Black Ops 4 then because Black Ops 3 was all futuristic.
Yeah, they're definitely out of order. I'll give you that.
So they're kind of like, I get that it's set in the modern times, the whole boots on the ground. There will be a Switch version apparently that will support DLCs, which is kind of surprising that they would put it on Switch, but because it's not like you can actually have party
really
chat properly.
Yeah, that's really weird. That threw me off. I was like, "What? Really?" I mean, they're gonna try to do their best to like port that over. I'm guessing it's gonna look like. Remember how when Black Ops 3 came out and then they did a different version for like the 360, but it was just multiplayer. I
Yeah.
think they're gonna do something like that where it's like a lesser version, but it's still gonna have most of the content because they're still gonna get DLC and stuff like that as well. So I think that's really weird, but who knows? It might work out.
It's just, I don't know. My thing about like the Switch is cool and it would be a cool idea to play a Call of Duty on. It's just a matter of like their party chat situation.
Oh yeah,
It's just, it's really
that ain't
off.
gonna happen.
So party chat, like playing on the Switch is gonna, like, I don't know. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. But either way, so Black Ops 4, no, it's just, it's not the issue that like 1 and 2 aren't the same as the third one. I understand that. It's more or less the fact of these games were like, oh yeah, we're going all futuristic, and then Advanced Warfare, you know, they took it to one step above when they did like they kind of only did half futuristic by actually bringing the exosuits, but not officially bringing you into the future, where Black Ops actually like brought you, like Black Ops 3 actually like brought you like fully into the whole super
Futuristic.
yeah, I was gonna say yeah, I don't know, futuristic. And then you had Infinite Warfare that like literally like went space. So
Ugh.
like, why is it Sledgehammer doesn't ever get credit for the things that they do? Like,
Oh, well, they are right now for World
well,
War II. And even though they did Advanced Warfare and it was futuristic, it had futuristic elements in it first. It wasn't what people
I
wanted or liked
understand
at
that,
the time.
but
So
yet
they were ahead of the time at that point.
which I understand that, but like everybody gave like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare like kudos for like, oh yeah, this is a cool futuristic, and it's like,
Only the campaign though.
I don't know.
Only
I
the
just
campaign.
my issue is more or less like Sledgehammer Game is the one that keeps taking the risks, and then these other developers just kind of copy them. Like,
I mean, I don't know because Treyarch and was it Infinity Ward? They've been doing this first. They've been doing all the CODs and everything
well,
first.
yeah.
Yeah. Sledgehammer came in and they like stirred the pot a little bit, and they tried a different thing. They kind of got dumped on a little bit for it. But now people are actually showing them respect with this one, with the World War II, because I think they did it better than what Treyarch was doing.
So
for Call of Duty 3.
Hold on, let me define exactly what I'm referring to, so that nobody jumps on my back about like Sledgehammer and when they came in and stuff like that, because I'm sure I'm gonna get comments after about this because of how I worded it. What I'm talking about is the fact Sledgehammer did come in and tried the futuristic thing, and they got shit on for it. Like, they did. Yes, Titanfall did it best, but Black Ops 3 did it, and they still got kudos. Infinite Warfare came in, and then they were like, oh yeah, you know, that's cool. So Sledgehammer turns around and takes it back to, you know, the boots on the ground. And yes, they are getting, like, some kudos for it, but then now, like, watch, Black Ops is gonna come back, and it's gonna be boots on the ground, and they're gonna be like, oh, yeah, see, this is how it should have been, and it's like, wow, you know, Sledgehammer literally just did it, and it's like, it seems like these other two companies, like, instead of, like, why isn't Black Ops staying with their futuristic thing that they, like, they turn around and did? Sledgehammer was the first
that's
one.
not gonna sell now.
Exactly, but that's the thing, like, Advanced Warfare took it to the futuristic, so Treyarch and
Infinity Ward copied.
Yeah, they copied, did the freaking futuristic. Sledgehammer Games now does boots on the ground, and now they're copying, doing the boots on the ground. Like, I don't know. I know
they're trying to go at what works, and if they see that fans, a lot of fans, even fans like me, and the fact that you could see the numbers.
Yeah.
The fact that this World War II sold better. So they see that and they're like, oh, I guess we do have to, but they can't do another World War. So they're like, oh, well, let's do Modern Warfare again. We haven't done that in a while. And they haven't done that
well,
since
then they
Modern
shouldn't
Warfare
call
2
it Black.
from
Then
what I
they
know.
shouldn't call it Black Ops 4 then.
Yeah, maybe they shouldn't, but that the rumor is that it is Black Ops 4, but it's not been confirmed. It has been confirmed from Activision and Treyarch that they are working on this Call of Duty that's coming up. I don't think that they confirmed that it's Black Ops 4. I just think that that's what a lot of people are saying. It is weird, but to be fair, if you see, well, I read an article and they said that Black Ops series is one of the most popular series in the Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they want to go with the name, because once you hear Black Ops, you think of COD, even if it was the first Black Ops or the second, you're still thinking of COD. So maybe that's why they want to go with that name. I don't know though. I don't think it was confirmed yet.
Yep, I don't know.
So
I guess I'll just wait and see what they do. I'm just tired of everybody going back and forth. Like,
they have to go at what works, and if people are already tired of the futuristic stuff, and
well, they could have made it better. Like, that's the thing. Like, just because they didn't like their idea of the futuristic doesn't mean you couldn't have tried a better, like something better. Like Titanfall did it right for the first game, anyways, and then they kind of bonkered themselves up for their second game, but. It should have been. I just don't think do it like Titanfall.
If the only game that I could think of that is like futuristic or I don't know, it's just in that sci-fi realm, it would be Halo. It's the first thing I think of as a first-person shooter, and I'm gonna have like a booster pack. I'm gonna be jumping around like crazy.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be Halo first, and
yeah,
then
but
all these other
Halo
games, and I'm like, I'll try.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how, like, I guess the more or less is just a wait to see what they do.
Because it is Modern Warfare, and I do like that, and that's what a lot of reports are saying that. So I'm intrigued.
I was gonna say,
listening and seeing what happens.
Could be. They could, like, completely surprise everyone and be like,
oh, yeah,
we're going, like, 50,000 years in the future, and there's gonna be, like, I don't know, completely robot bodies instead of any real people. I don't know.
Yeah, they could throw definitely a curveball, but guess what?
AI.
If it is futuristic and if it's robots versus robots, I'm not buying it.
No, neither would I. That's kind of lame. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got you. But I'm still gonna keep my ear to the ground on that one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Alright, so the next topic we're actually going into is talking more about Mixer. Which we're on Mixer Live right now. So you wanted to talk about the new features that are coming to Mixer. Now, see, I don't know if I am officially allowed to talk about some of it.
We can. Well, I'm going to talk about it in a strictly rumor sense because this is what I'm hearing from multiple people and a lot of the. Oh. So that's. I'm going to talk about it in that sense where this is what could be coming, and this would be interesting if they do it. I don't think any of this was confirmed yet, so that's why you don't have to comment on it in a official point of view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just have to, because I do know what is and what is. So
You know what it is. Okay,
I
so
do, like.
can I just say some of the stuff that I've heard?
Yeah, you
then
okay? You take this one away, and I will just yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just some little things. One of them in particular that I heard that I thought was really interesting was a tip jar, which would be integrated within Mixer, and you won't have to use StreamJar, I believe. So it's going to be better, and also it might be linked with the Xbox app, so you don't have to worry about using URLs or having extra stuff. It is linked with your account on Xbox. So if you just stream from Xbox and you don't have the whole setup and the OBS and everything, you can still get tipped from your viewers, from the community. I think it's really awesome if they do this. I think that a lot of people in the community don't know how to set up those type of things where you have to go to a separate website, link your accounts, link your PayPal and everything like that. So as long as you have your PayPal or whatever, or a credit card attached, well, I don't know about the credit card, but you have something linked already with your Microsoft account, they would already have this set up for you. So I thought that would be cool. What do you think?
So okay, xLADY and me were actually talking about this on a co-stream at the beginning of the week. There is talk of the possibility of actually of that being incorporated into Mixer, where you will be able to have a donation, kind of like how we have sub buttons, but more or less to be able to focus on any streamers being able to get donations instead of having to go to Streamlabs or StreamJar. Because yes, you are right, a lot of people have issues either one, using it, not even just setting it up, but more or less using it to actually like just to donate to somebody. Sometimes it doesn't go through properly and they don't get it, or they're charged too much or something like that. So but yeah, there is some talks. I don't know if it is actually a fully confirmed new feature that is going to be coming for sure, but there was definitely talks of this feature being added to Mixer to allow donations much easier for streamers.
Yes. See, that's cool. I like that they're doing that. They're always thinking about the community, and I think that would be great if they do that and it's integrated and it's easier rather than having to go to a separate website and link stuff like we're already used to. We've seen that done so many times. So as long as it's linked and it's easy, and also you could use it through the Xbox. You don't have to worry about having the browser and the OBS and all the other things. I think that would be awesome. For especially with people that stream every day. Those people are hardcore. I stream like, once or twice, so once or twice every couple months. But I think that people that stream a lot and they always have people there supporting them and viewing them, it's nice to, tip and show the streamer some support. The other thing that I saw, or that people were talking about that was mentioned, is digital purchase. And you don't have to comment on this at all if you don't want to, but so they're gonna from my hearing, they're gonna integrate that where if Shewulf is streaming Call of Duty and she's actually saying that anybody could join her, the followers or the subscribers or anything like that, and someone doesn't have the game, there will be a link to the game so they could buy it themselves, download it, and then they could join her, or anyone. And I think that that's really cool. And supposedly, the the person that is streaming, and if they're partnered, they will get a percentage. I think actually, from what I'm hearing, there's only 4 partners. I don't think anybody can do that. Like I'm not a partner, so I don't think I could do this, but partners supposedly will have that digital purchase where I could watch you playing that game. I could say, "Damn, that game looks awesome. I'm gonna buy it," and it's right there and then. I don't have to leave where I'm watching the stream through. It just opens an extra link. So I think that would be awesome if they do that.
Yeah. I have heard similar rumors.
Yeah, that's
Going around on
cool.
Twitter and podcasts, it would be a pretty cool feature for partners to have this ability where, you know, they're on dashboard or something and people could, kind of like Twitch, because I believe Twitch can do stuff like that. Yeah, I believe Twitch has that. So the idea of it would be pretty cool. I cannot confirm if it is actually a true rumor or not. You would have to ask a Mixer staff if it is. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's understandable. I just think it's awesome that, let's just say you're playing something I'd never heard of before, and I really like the game, or I want to join in and play that multiplayer. I think it's awesome that it's right there, and then I could purchase it if I want. And at the same time, it supports the
especially
the
if it's like if it's like the free games, like if it's, say, like for instance, like Fortnite or something. A lot of streamers play Fortnite, and you know, a lot of people don't actually realize that the battle royale part of it is free. So if you can actually turn around and like they can click on it and then they see that that's actually free, you'd probably see more people, like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it works for like free games and stuff like that too. So
that would be cool.
Either
way,
I don't know about that.
You're letting people know.
Yeah.
Other people writing it in the chat like, "Oh, what is this game? What's going on?" And then you could say, "Oh, this is free."
Yep.
Boom.
Exactly.
It's right there. They could click on it if they want. I just think it's faster, and I like that they're thinking of doing more stuff like this. And if so, it's more integrated. And again, easier is better for people that are watching the stream or join the stream and actually playing. So I think that they should do this. If that's the case, if these rumors are true, I'm looking forward to it.
Exactly. So there's definitely some neat things. I can confirm one thing though. Mixer is always trying to up the streaming for streamers themselves and making it an amazing place for everyone to come together and build a community that allows everyone to, you know, from gaming to drawing to, heck, if you enjoy cooking with and having people join in with you, Mixer is allowing people to do that. You don't have to just be a gamer to stream nowadays. You know, if you just have a passion for anything. I know that there's streamers on here that just read books. They, you know, they'll play drums or, you know, something like that. Like, or if you just like to sit and chat and actually just talk with people, there, you know, there's web shows and everything else like that. So it's definitely one of those things that Mixer is just trying to broaden the features for everybody, so to make it a better sustainable community for everyone as a whole and not just one particular streamer. So it's cool to see what they're doing.
I do like that. I like that they think of community first, but they still have a couple bugs they need to work on.
They do.
They need to stabilize a lot of stuff, and also the VODs, they need to make that more reliable. So if they're listening, which I think they are, we're on their site. I just think that they should work on that as well.
What do you mean the vlogs?
I do enjoy the community things.
What do you mean?
Know, sometimes they're corrupt files and you can't retrieve them, you can't download them, and post them anywhere else because they might be a little bit messed up. Sometimes it does take a couple days for it to, you know, finalize or for it to show up properly, so fix itself. But other times the file doesn't even show up.
I've never had that issue.
I just think that, see, that's the thing. It's a rare occurrence, but it does happen, and I've heard it from a couple people in the community, a handful, but still, it's like.
Well, then, if that is the case,
randomly,
please make sure that all you guys, if you do have any issues with Mixer, contact customer support, because I can guarantee they try to get things worked out as fast as possible, and they try to reply to you as fast as possible. The support here is absolutely outstanding. So please don't, you know, if you have an issue, contact Mixer's customer support, because that's what they're there for. They are there to help you. So don't hesitate about it and just keep it to yourself, because it's not going to get fixed if people don't keep, like, if you're constantly having these issues and you don't report it, they don't know to fix it. So just letting you guys know that. But
well, I'm looking forward to those updates or features if and when they come. So yeah, that's all I wanted to let people know about.
It's very interesting. Oh, and I guess I'll shout this out while we're talking about Mixer. There is actually a promotion going on right now, guys, that there is a free weekend for Rainbow Six Siege.
Rainbow Six.
There's Call of Duty World War II. Hold on, I have a
2K.
list. Yeah, 2K's in there.
It's basketball.
I have a list. Hold on. All right, so it says there is a special promotion this weekend, Thursday, February 15th through Sunday, February 18th. Over the weekend, there will be free play days for all, allowing Xbox users to play multiplayer NBA 2K18, Rainbow Six Siege, Minecraft, FIFA 18, and Call of Duty World War II without needing Xbox Live Gold subscriptions. So, please, guys, if you guys want to try these games, please do. And I also, I guess, because I'm trying to do it, I don't know if it's actually going to because that means I have to stream during the weekend, but we'll see. I do also have to straight up say that if this is the case, then I am participating in this promotion, which then I will receive a reward gift / from Microsoft and Mixer and yada yada yada. So we have to disclaim it. We have to So I'm like, Mixer provides a promotional gift card for promoting this weekend. So thank you. That is what apparently I'm supposed to say.
Understandable.
So either way, overall though, I do think some of them are actually great games, which is why I'd rather promote it that way. They are still great games, so free weekend. Give them a shot, see if you like them. I know, right? Hashtag ad.
Nice.
Yeah, I might as well throw it out there another time. So with that, I'm sure everybody knows what is next to come. I'm sure everybody knows what we have is Foxy Deals.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I forgot to add the video thing. I have it too.
Gosh, it's fine. No, don't worry about it. All right. So yeah, this is Foxy Deals. This is where I tell you guys anything that I find on sale. I've also been sharing these on Twitter. So some of these I've grabbed from stuff I posted, and then others I actually haven't posted them before. So let's start with some of the games that stood out to me for Xbox deals with gold, and right now you could. Which actually is good for that promotion you were talking about. If you do enjoy it and you try it for free, you could buy Call of Duty World War II for $39. So that's actually really cool. And then another one would be Injustice 2, which is $32. And I believe that they added the Ninja Turtles to that, which is pretty awesome and nostalgic. And then we have Rocket League, which is $12. That's actually really cheap, and that's still a fun game, and I play it, I don't know, once a week or whatever. And the DLC for Rocket League is actually, I think all of it, don't quote me on that though, if anything, most of it is 40% off for the Rocket League DLC. And then the last one would be Rainbow Six Siege, another one that's being promoted right now. This is the Gold Edition. So I do believe that has everything. Again, I'm not sure because Rainbow Six has a lot of different SKUs for their games. Over on the PlayStation Plus discount side in their store, they also have Rainbow Six Siege, the Gold Edition for $63, Mafia 3 for $16, which is really good, and BioShock, amazing. That one is $19.79, and then The Evil Within 2, which we just talked about, is $30, and I think that one is officially discounted. And then today, which I just saw before the show, it's confirmed that they're doing a flash sale, so they have a whole bunch of other games that I didn't see yet that are on sale as well. So if you guys are interested in some PlayStation games, they are having a flash sale, and I believe it's because Presidents. Yeah. Some online deals that I found for you guys. This is in the Microsoft Store. These are just some out of all the other games that they have on sale because, again, President's Day sale. They have Shadow of War 30. Injustice 2 Ultimate Edition is actually $80 from, and Mirror's Edge Catalyst is $5. That's really cheap. Then we have some stuff in Amazon. We have Star Wars Battlefront 2, which we talked about for the PlayStation, is 28. What else? Oh, in Best Buy we have Crash. It's $30, but if you have Gamers Club Unlocked, it's 24. Horizon Zero Dawn is 30, but if you have Gamers Club Unlocked for Best Buy as well, that one is 24. And yeah, I think Best Buy's having a big deal, a big President's Day sale as well. So they have a lot of other games that you guys could pick up. And I think all those that I mentioned were for PlayStation. Back to Amazon, you got some hard drives, and I do mention these like once a month. Every time I see them for $100, you guys could pick up 4 terabytes of hard drive storage for either Western Digital or Seagate. And those are the ones that I'm just gonna point out for today. But like again, like I said, check out my Twitter. I always update it. Whenever something sells out, I take that out and I put another one in, another deal that I find. And if you guys have any deals that you want to share with me, just send them to my DMs or just tag me on it on Twitter using the hashtag FoxyDeals. Yeah. What's up, Shewulf? What do you think?
There's also Valentine's Day indie sweet sales that's going on Xbox, and then there's also a 2K sale that's going on as well. Oh, and there's also
Nice.
Anime
Yeah,
Month is
actually.
back, which has anime games on sale.
Oh, are they different anime games? Because I remember last time they had a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
Seems like Mega Man. I didn't click on it to like fully see everything, but it looks like there's.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. If you guys are interested in any of those, check those out as well. That's in the Xbox, right? In the Xbox store?
Yeah, that's all. I'm just looking at the Xbox store. Also, just for a
That's
fun
awesome.
fact.
I'm gonna post all that.
Nice. I'll send you them. There's also a fun fact for Rocket League. You can get the Batman versus Superman car for $1.19.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I mentioned that it's like 40% off or something.
Yeah, it's like
That's awesome.
it's cool. There's a lot of cute little things going on, guys. Lots of sales. Check your console of choice stores and see, cause heck, Evil Within 2 is for $30. Why not? You can play it in first person.
Agreed. Yep, that's why you're going back to it.
For sure. Other than that, guys, how many questions do you have?
I believe we have 2 because one of them we kind of talked about it on the show.
All right, well,
we could try to be real quick about it.
Yeah, because we're already at 2 o'clock, so.
Oh, wow.
So let's
Time
hear.
flew by.
It did.
Okay.
It did. So what?
Quick shout out to Crab Gamer. What's up?
I said, what you got?
Hello. Oh, okay. Sorry. I heard you talking. What? Okay. So yeah, quick shout out to Crab Gamer who asked about Call of Duty and what our thoughts were on that, which obviously we did a topic about it. So that's that. The next question is from Scrotum. Imagine there's only one single gaming system for everyone to play. Oh wow, I can't even. Okay, put the brightness up on my phone. That would be nice. Essentially ridding of the console war as we know it. Do you think the gaming community and media as a whole would be just as toxic, or more toxic, or less, and it is now, and why? Hashtag gaming den. Damn, Chromo, that's a long question.
Yes, because no matter what, people love drama. Drama sells.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of how it
So,
is.
yes, I was thinking about this as well, and the first thing that I thought of was PC, and you know how PC is just one platform?
Mm-hmm.
People still have arguments and disputes about whatnot in the PC space as well. So I would think that even if we have one console, people would still be complaining about something regardless.
Yeah, people like drama.
It could be minuscule things. It could be third-party things that are attached to that console. It could be with the games or the features within that system. I still think that people would be just as toxic. I don't know about the media and more toxic. I just think that they'll be just as toxic or just as petty because people like arguing about certain things. So I still think there would be some issue even if there's one console and no console war.
I definitely agree. I think everything
All right.
will end up staying the same. It won't change anything. Again, people like drama. Drama sells, and that's what they feed on. So.
Yes. Thank you for that question, bro. The next question is from Xbox Beyond, which yeah, they ask us questions frequently as well, so shout out to them. Um, she said, "I love what you are all doing. I have a question about consoles. I've been seeing chatter about the Google getting into the console business. Is that a rumor? How do you feel?
Oh, we talked about this
And is
last
it
week.
true?"
Or we talked about this
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
okay. Yes, so this kind of links with the question that Fuzzy had about what our thoughts regarding Google getting into that. And more stuff has come out since then, so that's why I was like, okay, that's fine if we talk about it a little bit more. So Google is getting into the gaming space. I don't know about the console space, but they do want to have a streaming service like Game Pass, where you can play your games on like I don't know, a device. It doesn't have to be a console per se. It could be a Chromecast kind of thing, but you play your games on there. And the first thing that came to mind was Ouya. You know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's gonna be like that. If anything, they're gonna be like subpar games that they have already in the Android store.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna be worth it, but at the same time, if they're just streaming it and if they get streaming done right, maybe people want to try that. I don't know if we're ready for streaming though.
I don't know. I still think Google should stick with phones. So.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Because they already do that. They already focus on going against Apple. And if supposedly they do a console along with the streaming service, they have to have some kind of special games to put on it, not just the games that are already in the market that you could buy for free or for $5, you know? So right now, at first I was thinking, oh yeah, sure, do another console, the more the merrier. I'm okay with that. But now I'm like, oh, I don't know, if you're just streaming it and they're just gonna be the same old games that are in the store, I'm like not interested now.
Yeah, plus you have to like look
So,
at
yeah.
they have to get like the rights from all the other developers, and the developers are going to look at whether or not it's actually a point to put their games on something that's going to be that small. Like Google is known for a web browser. It is what it's known for. It's, but it's trying to stick its fingers into literally everything. And they're going to push themselves too far, and they're going to kind of become like Samsung, how they're literally in everything, but they're not the best, and they know they're not the best. Like, you have Samsung, who even makes refrigerators now. Like, so
I mean,
Google's going to do the same thing. They're going to push it too far.
I do think that Samsung does do, like, they have great TVs and great phones, but yeah, I don't know about everything else. I know they've tried doing laptops and stuff, and it's like, no, it's like pretty bad.
Yeah,
but yeah,
they keep pushing it too far.
Google is the type of company like Microsoft that they want to try everything and see what sticks and what will work. I'm just kind of like, I'm not interested in streaming games, let alone those mobile games that they have right now. But if they do come out with something interesting, if they do have a system, if they have unique, better games, then maybe I'll check it out. But right now, as it stands, and what I've been hearing recently about the streaming, like freaking Chromecast or whatever, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
No, I'm not intrigued anymore. So yeah, that was the question from Xbox Beyond. So thank you for your question. Really appreciate it. That was kind of also linked to Fuzzy's question from before that. And yeah, that's all we have. If you guys have any questions, like link them in the comments section, and then we'll answer that next week.
Or on Twitter.
Or on Twitter. Yeah.
But other than that, guys, we are past 2 o'clock, so which means it is time for us to get out. I have like the hiccups or something. So thank you everybody for tuning in, watching, hanging out with us as always. We appreciate all you guys that hang out during the stream, and then those who watch after. You guys have no idea how much love and support that we have for each of you guys, and thank you for your love and support of the show. We love to do this, and without you guys, we would not be where we are. So, thank you, everybody. I hope you guys tune in next week. I'll be streaming on Mixer, as I always do, and obviously, I have a pretty good lineup of what I think I'm going to play, and hopefully you guys will be able to come and join in for probably Tuesday and Thursday's games, depending what exactly I'm playing. I know I said I was going to play something, and now I don't remember what. Oh, I might play The Division on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
Maybe we'll play The Division. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to be playing some multiplayer games. Hopefully, I'm going to have Spotlight, my co-stream Spotlight back up on Wednesday. So make sure you guys tune in to see who's going to be streaming with me. Anybody is welcome to, if they want to get on the calendar for that, by the way. I know I was kind of a little lacking the last couple weeks, but I had some stuff going on at, like, personal life. But it's all situated now. And now my cat's being really loud and annoying.
I heard earlier
I
your
swear.
dog and now your cat.
Yeah, like, first it's the dog, and now it's the cat. Like, I can't win. Like, these two are, like, back and forth. Like, the cat I just keep spraying with water and he runs, but... he gets annoyed
no,
with me.
like, that's really cool, and hopefully everybody checks out Shewulf streams next week, and keep an eye on her Twitter and her Discord, definitely, for more details.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Fox? What do you have going on?
Well, I'm doing my YouTube thing. You guys already know, so subscribe on the YouTube channel and check out the videos. I'm going to be doing unboxings, topic videos as per usual. I still have my Throwback Thursday stuff, and now I've added collection videos, which I kind of already done before, but I'm bringing that back as well. And also, I might have a new thing that I'm doing on the channel, so hopefully I could release that this weekend or next week. So yeah. Subscribe, check it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really appreciate the feedback. Follow me on Twitter for Foxy Deals and just for obviously random interaction. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat and watching this later on.
For sure. As always, guys, we hope you have an awesome rest of your weekend. Thank you for watching, and we are out. I guess Fox isn't going to say bye. Okay.
I was drinking water.
I was like, and we're out, and I'm waiting for her to say bye.
I was drinking.
All right, let's try that again. Take two, people.
Bye.
There we go.